Now to introduce speaker number 2 this morning, Stuart Nadeau. Stuart will be completing project number 5 of the Competent Communicator Manual with his speech titled, Resisting Urge to be Comfortable. The time is 5 to 7 minutes. Last night, Stuart ditched the speech he wrote a week ago in order to answer the question everyone is wondering. What happened to his forehead? Help me welcome Stuart.
Now you got 2 speeches.
The most liberating day of my life was the last day of wrestling season. After 9 years of diligent work, I was finally free to eat whatever I wanted, work out the way I wanted, and just spend my time how I wanted. After about a year and a half of living my life like this, I felt like something was missing. I'd been working hard, putting in a lot of hours for doing commercial real estate, but I missed the feeling of being truly uncomfortable. I know, it sounds about as oxymoronic as a fun run, am I right? So, I made the decision to compete again. I remember when I started wrestling, I learned that you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, because that is where the most growth happens. I weighed about 212 pounds, and I didn't want to wrestle heavyweight. It goes all the way up to 285, so I decided I'd rather cut 15 pounds to get ready for the tournament and wrestle 197. Everybody that heard my icebreaker knows how much I hated gaining weight. But this tournament reminded me that cutting weight sucks too. So the tournament was yesterday. I decided about a month before that I was going to do it, and it took a lot of discipline to get down. It's easy to make sacrifices on days like Sunday. One of my favorite quotes is that you have to be willing at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. And it's easy on Sundays when you're hanging out of the house, you can eat light, you can work out. The tough day was Wednesday at Kiwanis. When I walk in there, stand in front of this long buffet table, all you can eat by middle of the island. I stood in front of that table 4 days before my tournament and thought, I could quit right now and no one would care. Just like that, I'd be done. I'd be able to eat anything I wanted. I wouldn't have to keep working out and cutting weight. No one would even care. I'd only told a big handful of people about it. Half of them didn't think I was serious. The other half wouldn't have cared if I had changed my mind. But I wanted to hold myself accountable because I had told myself that I was going to do it. So I just ate half a plate instead of the usual 2 or 3 plates. I got my weight down by Sunday and I was ready to compete. My first match was right in the center of the gym. There's 2 mats on either side and 1 in the middle. 5 mats altogether in the tournament. So there I was, front and center. I shook hands with my opponent. 30 seconds later, I had him in my favorite move of all time, the banana split. Legs split wide open for a quick pin. It was exciting. The crowd went wild. I felt like I was on top of the world at that moment. Nothing could top that feeling. My second match wasn't so much fun. My second match went all 7 minutes, and it reminded me how hard the sport can be. The first match was everything I loved, and the second match was everything I hated. I got out there, and it turned into a very physical match. We were in there wrestling. Every time we'd tie up, boom, he'd headbutt me. We'd separate, he'd come in, boom, he'd headbutt me. It would have been easy to pull my head out and attenuate the pain, but my leg would have been wide open, and he could have taken me down, and I would have lost the match. Side note, he went to Coker, which is a bitter rival of ours when I was in college, so there was no way I was going to let him beat me. And this was my semifinals match, and I'd never made it to the finals of this tournament before. The previous 3 times that I competed in this tournament, I got 3rd place. So I had to win this match. and to have the best finish I'd ever had in the tournament. So I pulled it off, made it to the finals, and it was worth it. It was a painful match. I was exhausted, but in that 1 second that I had my hand raised, it was worth all the pain and exhaustion that I went through. Finals match, I was tired. I had put in so much energy in that semifinals match that I just didn't have much left in the tank. I didn't prepare as much as I should have for the tournament, didn't do a whole lot of cardio. I wasn't taking the tournament all that seriously. And that match reminded me that if you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail. The process of competing in this tournament, it completely wore me out. But I stand in front of you, rejuvenated, feeling like a new man. I put in a lot of work, it was very difficult, but now I feel like I'm on top of the world. I'm ready to start taking these principles and tying them back into the working world. I'm ready to find ways to make myself uncomfortable in the working world, to push myself to new levels. I'm not waiting for New Year's to make a resolution. Starting this week, I'm going to start waking up every day before 6 a.m. I'm going to read for at least 30 minutes about self-development or business before I start working. And I'm going to start working out 4 days a week. I'm going to start lifting weights and finally get back into it. It's going to be uncomfortable, it's not going to be easy, but the first 20 days are the most difficult part of forming new habits. And luckily, I'll have this daily reminder every time I look in the mirror that I can't let a little pain and exhaustion stand between me and my goals.
Thank you, Stuart. Please take a moment to write a note for Stuart.